What's up, guys? It's been a long time since I've done one of these talking videos, but I'm going to try to do a couple more. I'm going to film a few today. You're going to see one, and I'm going to put some more out along with the technique videos. I've done a couple recent Q&As, and I thought, hell, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. So in this video, I'm going to answer the question, how can I get better at wrestling or just takedowns in general without just static drilling? Personally, I think that static drilling has a point of diminishing returns. So I'll say this, yes, I do believe in drilling is amazing. Just hard drilling is amazing for conditioning, right? But as far as it goes with developing your ability to naturally progress in technique, I think that static drilling really has again, point in diminishing returns. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about 3 things that I would do besides drilling. These 3 things are key. I'm telling you, they're key, I would say, activities or live situations that I practiced when I was in college and that you can practice whether you're doing wrestling still or jiu-jitsu. Anyways, let's get to those 3 things. All right, so I got it written down here so I don't mess up. But the first thing is hard in, easy out rounds. So hard in, easy out rounds are essentially rounds where man A would be going for the takedown. That's me. Man B is going to be hand fighting and defending hard. But once I get past my partner's defense, the head hands defense of man B, they're gonna let me finish the takedown with little to no resistance, okay? So it's 100% resistance. We're hand fighting hard. I'm fighting hard to get the setup. I'm fighting hard to get the entry. And then once I get in on that shot, once I get in on the leg, my partner's gonna go ahead and let me finish. This is the first drill. This is gonna teach you how to hand fight naturally. It's gonna teach you to take what's there, right? Whereas lots of times static drilling doesn't do that. I love this drill because, again, when you're hand fighting hard, sometimes shots come to you that you didn't even train, but you've seen it, so you just, boom, you feel it, you catch it, right? So you learn on the fly a little bit with this one while also improving your hand fighting. Number 2 is the easy in, hard out drill. Okay, so this one is great for the offensive man and the defensive man. I mean, all of these drills are great for both, but this one is particularly great. So you're gonna do a little cheap setup, let's say you're doing a single leg, you do a cross post, boom. Your partner's not really gonna resist, they'll give you a feel you want, right? But you're gonna get in pretty easy, but then once you get in on the leg, it's live from there. So your partner is gonna fight you to the death. They're gonna try to escape, they're gonna try to counter score, they're gonna try to put you on your back. Your goal is to practice chain wrestling, okay? You got in on the leg, but you met more resistance than you thought. Now there's no time to just do a one-way technique. Now you gotta go on the fly. You gotta figure, what do I do? Oh, he did a wizard. Okay, maybe I have to cut the corner. Oh, he Uchimata'd me. Oh man, I gotta roll through. Oh, he's going for an inside trip from here. Oh man, I gotta throw my hips in. There's techniques that I do that don't have names because the reason I developed them was doing this particular drill, right? There's stuff that just works that doesn't even have a name, and it's just something that you develop through feel, which these first 2 drills, in my opinion, are the best for developing feel. I mean, that's the word of the day. You need to develop a feel. A lot of times, because I sell instructionals, right? I love instructionals. You can get mine up here, because technique is important. But sometimes, once you've learned technique, now you need to start to develop a feel and kind of develop your own little nuanced versions of techniques that work for you, your body type, your age, etc., etc. And these first 2 drills do awesome with that. The last one is play wrestling. Now, I'll say this. I think the first 2 can be done at a pretty early stage, right? So you don't have to be the greatest wrestlers in the world to do this. I will say play wrestling is a bit harder if you have 2 people who are very inexperienced. So playing would basically be just a good example. It's I give you some, you give me some, right? Let's say a great example, I shoot a single leg. All right, you sprawl. But we're not done there. Okay, now I cut the corner and I run. All right, now you do a spin behind. Okay, maybe you grab a guillotine. All right, I roll out of the guillotine, then I get up and I shoot another single, and then you do a funk roll, and then I do X and you do Y, and blah, blah, blah. And we keep going, all right? It's like a flow. It's like there's no winner here. It's just you're gonna get into a position, you're gonna let your partner get into another position, then you're gonna counter that position, and then your partner's gonna counter that, and then there's not much resistance here, right? So it's like, I don't wanna say there's not much resistance. There is resistance, right? but you know that you're gonna play off of each other, okay? So it's not like I shoot, you sprawl so hard and make it impossible for me to continue, right? We want this to be a continuous flow. I shoot, you sprawl, and you give me a good feel, right? A little bit more than a drill, right? Like a boom, okay, but you give me a little bit of space so I can maybe knee pound, right? And then I give you a second, right? I give you a second to counter knee pound. Maybe you grab your kimura. If it makes sense, guys, it's a back and forth game, and there is no winner. Like, you want to do this for as long as you can. Maybe you put 6 minutes on the clock and you guys just keep going. Obviously, sometimes you have to reset, but you don't really see this done very often in many jiu-jitsu or even wrestling gyms. But of course, everyone knows like the Penn States, etc., that do this a lot. I love doing play wrestling too. I find it's one of the reasons that I became relatively good at scrambling, even though I'm almost 260 pounds and I'm a heavyweight. You'd think, he can't scramble. Play wrestling has definitely been one of the keys. But yeah, guys, those are the 3 drills. You have the hard in, easy out. So hand fighting hard to a leg, the easy in, hard out, easy setup, but then it's a live roll from there. And then you have play wrestling where we're giving each other some back and forth, right? You do one thing, I do another, and we keep going. These are 3 amazing drills, especially if you are like me and you freaking hate static drilling. I hate it. I cannot stand it. It's, for me, in my opinion, it's great for warming up. It's fine for warming up. It's necessary. It's great for cardio. Like if I'm like, okay, I need to put a minute on the clock and hit as many single legs as I can, I do that. I'll do that for cardio. But actually for developing new technical skills, these 3 drills and others that eventually I will tell you guys are a bit more appropriate and real. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. If you'd like to learn more from me, you can go to brandonreed3x.com/store or join my email list at brandonreed3x.com/email, where I have a daily newsletter Monday through Friday, where I give you guys tips and tricks for wrestling and mindset tips. See you guys later.